seguimos on fire. Aquí no se falla, nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo Super Saiyan, subiendo de level como Sandal Saya. En las olimpiadas con todas las medallas, van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. No tengo que decir de dónde soy, todo esto lo saben ya. No sé si hay guerra o es solo un rumor. Vamos pa' la calle a ver si es verdad. Tengo fe, sé que pronto mi Dios vendrá. Mientras tanto la tierra la haré temblar. Y firme con él yo por dentro estoy, por eso ninguno me detendrá.
Crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And for the Memphis Grizzlies guys, they come in off that loss. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Nembhard. Jokic with it. Plenty of space. And it's good for two. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Jokic. Towns with the steal. Now, here's Halliburton. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Getting out on the break. Nice finish by Halliburton. Great execution for the team.
Now, here's Jokic. Defended by Towns. Jokic, no good. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. And the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Oklahoma
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And Towns has got the ball here for Memphis. It's a three-point game. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
The quick look, no good that time. Here's Oklahoma City now. Pass to Jokic. down low. Here's Middleton. Comes up empty down low.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
Pass to Jokic. Over Towns. No good. Had a chance to win the run there.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Haliburton outside. Now Smith. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Fires high post. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Back to Nembhard. Pass to Jokic. Now here's Middleton. Defended by Haliburton. And that one's good. Middleton.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
And Haliburton has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Nikola Jokic.
The 2 things you love here, how confident Haliburton is offensively. The second is not afraid to take punishment while he's shooting the basketball.
And the second free throw is good. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really by no fault of their own, B.A. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And the skill set that Jokic possesses, arguably the most skilled center to ever play the game.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Here's Towns. Misses in close. Thunder trail by 6. Here's Castle. Still without a bucket. Now Jokic. Good work defensively by Towns.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
From deep, Johnson knocks down the triple.
Yeah, just such a tremendous shooter. If Cameron Johnson gets a look from 3, good night.
Memphis leading by 3. To the middle. A nice shot by Smith.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And here's Jokic outside. Jones grabs the board.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Tyrese Haliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, "I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal. I don't ever set limits." Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you. Good stuff there. Here's Coulibaly. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Jokic's shot is good.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Halliburton's shot is good.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Jokic the screen. Out to the wing. .24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Jokic throws it down.
Down in the paint, Jokic knows how to take charge, getting past the D and to a look.
Now here's Halliburton. Give him 8 points now. Here's Jones. Towns with room to shoot. And so it's Memphis closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Memphis?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Jokic. 4-3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns, a 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, B.A. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Castle misses. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Memphis. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Halliburton with the ball. Give him 8. Tyrese playing big in the painted area.
Yeah, great work on the interior. Halliburton, easy work inside.
And there's a pick. Tipped away. It's stolen by Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Smart. Get out in front. Finish the break with authority.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Middleton. No good. Unable to win this run. Grizzlies lead by 16. Picked by Smith. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul of the game. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, B.A. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Middleton outside. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And he makes it. Coulibaly's got 5 points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
From deep, Jokic can't hit it. His 7th miss in 9 attempts. Coulibaly on the wing. Pass to Smith. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Thunder trail by 20. The try by Nembhard. Now here's Jokic. The ball's knocked loose. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Halliburton. Fires for 3. That's a 6 making 11 tries.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
To end the drought.
Oh, wow! And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Here's Coulibaly. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
3-on-3. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
Powerful stuff from the Joker. The defense doesn't want any of that, and I don't blame them.
The open shot, Halliburton. Jokic grabs the board.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Drains the triple.
You can tell Castle values the chance to set another guy up. He's not trying to do it all by himself out there.
Towns, left side. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take, leaving him out there.
1:14 left to play in the first half. Here's Jones. Banked it in off the glass. Jones has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton has demonstrated terrific improvement running the offense, especially with how he moves the basketball.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman. Love the frame and the length Castle brings to the guard position.
First trip to the line for him here. The first free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And he makes both free throws. There's 49 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Beasley. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball. Grizzlies lead by 22. Here's Jerome. Uses the glass on the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pass to Marshall. Back to Jerome. From the arc. The Thunder with the rebound. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. Gets it off. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. A huge 24-point lead for them. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be right back. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And here's Memphis. From outside the arc. Top of the key jumper, no good. Beverly, right side. Pass to Beasley. Back to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Oubre. It's hauled in by Saric. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession here. So it's Oklahoma City now. Beasley for three. Drills it from deep.
We know Mr. Beasley wants to drain it from distance, especially if you give him any kind of space.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Beasley. Out to Oubre. From deep. Memphis with a rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Pass to Jerome. Saric outside. Left side, Love. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Oubre. And he bangs it home with one hand.
This guy's a super quick leaper. Oubre doesn't need much time to get off the floor.
To the left side wing. Here's Jerome. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line. Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Here's Jerome. 9 points in the game. And the foul on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. 3 off the inbound. Nails it from beyond the arc. Jerome's got 8 points in the quarter.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
It's Beasley on the wing. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And so it's Memphis with it. From the high post. Here's Coulibaly. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Castle. And here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Middleton. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Clock at 6. Here's Castle. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, B.A., got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
Here's Castle. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
Here's Halliburton. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
These guys have incredible stamina based on how they've been running the floor, using speedy transition play to get fast break points.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Pass to Smith. Timeout call, Memphis. Halliburton on the wing. Give him 20. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Jokic. Ball stolen. Towns outside. Watford outside. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. Halliburton outside. They shoot again. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Jokic in the post. And Jokic throws it down.
Good vision by Castle there to find the open man.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Jokic grabs the board. Driving in. And Jokic throws it down.
There's a little speed from Jokic on that drive. I mean, you don't expect him to put it on the floor and just go.
Watford right side. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Boy, you got to like what Tyrese Halliburton has done in this game.
He's getting loose and doing work. They want to talk this over and find some answers.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Jokic in the post. Chalk up 2 there. Jokic has got 6 in the quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Timeout called, Memphis.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Now Halliburton. Right wing. Here's Towns. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Memphis ahead, opening up a huge gap. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And the Thunder in possession here. Now here's Jokic. It's stolen by Halliburton. From downtown. Connects from downtown.
A pretty pass from Tyrese Halliburton. You want this guy running the show.
And stolen by Jones. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Halliburton left side. Rebounded by Johnson. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Fires the three. Outside Jones. And he He cranks it down. He goes right over Nikola Jokic.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Jokic with it. Shot to stop the run. Smith with the rebound.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And it's Thunder's ball. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Pass to Jokic. There's the drive. Misses from short range. Halliburton with the ball. Picked by Smith. On the wing, Jones. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Castle. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It's Jokic, high post. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Jones. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's the 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Here's Castle. Middleton outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
Now, if you're the defense, you can't allow Middleton to heat up out there. I mean, he can be so efficient from long range.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Jokic grabs the board. And so Jokic will bring it up for OKC. Nembhard. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Picked by Smith. Halliburton for 3. The shot no good.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And so the ball out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Halliburton outside. Outside Jones. Towns up top. The 3. That's miss number 5 on the night. 6 for 11 now. And here's Jokic. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Coulibaly.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Grizzlies.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
It took them a while to figure out the right approach, and now they'll head into their 4th and final meeting of the season with a chance to actually split the season series.
And what a huge performance it was for Tyrese Halliburton.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Middleton, no good.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Here's Halliburton. Kicks it out Towns to stop the drought. Jokic grabs the board. And here are the Thunder now. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. They set the pick. Middleton outside. This one for three. The second effort. And Jokic finishes inside.
And he's just slippery down there. I mean, Jokic makes gaining position look so easy.
Halliburton for three. No good on the shot. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin.